Welcome back. Welcome back. It's your host, Delana, on the FanWide Podcast. Yo, we're going to discuss the Washington Mystics, right? And what we could expect in the WNBA 2026 draft. If you're not aware, let's get you up to speed, right? The Washington Mystics have a boatload of draft picks again this year. We hit the mother load last year where we ended up getting Kiki Irvin, right? We ended up getting Sonia Citron, Georgia Amore, and a bunch of other picks, right? And they actually turned out to be quality players. Kiki and Sonia end up being first round draft picks, right? Well, actually, they end up being all stars, right? So we hitting home runs when it comes to drafting players, especially in the first round, right? So Jamila Wideman, we trust in Jamila, right? So we're gonna see what happens from here. So we appreciate you, Uncle Wee's always tuning in. Let's get to it. Let's roll. Let's go. All right. So the WNBA recently had the lottery pick. Well, actually, the lottery to see who's going to end up with what positions in the WNBA draft for last year, right? So with that being said, we ended up with the fourth pick. We were slotted to have the fourth pick. So actually, there was no excitement, no, hey, let's go. We got to talk about this. We got to do this and that and third when it comes to this year's lottery, because every team and their actual lottery position ended up having that draft pick in that position, right? So we ended up with the fourth pick. So what does that mean for us, right? We got an opportunity to get another quality ball player. Then we also have two other first round draft picks. So I don't know if y'all ready for it, but let's get to it. Let's jump through it. All right. So with the fourth pick, it can go any number of different ways when it comes to that particular draft pick, because you have, three teams above us, and it's like we really don't know what direction it's going to go, because this college season here, it looks like everybody's playing well. There are a few players that might slip here and there, but we'll see. All right, so when it comes to our Washington Mystics, I project that we're going to end up with the number fourth pick. We're going to end up getting Flau'jae Johnson out of LSU, right? We need a guard, an athletic guard that can actually defend, that can shoot, can develop into a knockdown shooter, but already just has the ability to score, get downhill, defend, right? So pretty much drafting the replacement for Brittany Sykes, for Slim, right? Same size type of player. And also, we need a player on this team that gives us a spark in life. And when I say that, I'm not just talking about just playing basketball. I'm talking about someone that has that charisma that can be the face of the franchise. She has that ability. She is beyond marketable, right? On top of that, she's a rap connoisseur, right? She got hit records. Who else can we get in this draft that can light a match the way that they do, right? Flau'jae, let's get her, right? She answers all of the boxes, right? And she can make the atmosphere electric, right? We need that with the Washington Mystics. We need to turn it up, because we got Sonya Citron, that's a lockdown defender that can shoot the three. The greatest utility player that came out of that draft. Then we also got Kiki doing her thing, right? So it makes perfect sense to bring in Flau'jae Johnson, right, out of LSU. Then from there, we got some more interesting draft picks, right? Because we ended up with draft picks from previous trades with previous teams. So let's jump to it, right? So we ended up having the number 9 pick, right? On top of having the number 11 pick. And based on all of these mock drafts and things like that, it's all over the place. It's all over the place, right? So let's see here. So I would say with that number 9 pick, I would say, based on how this season is going, I would like for us to get our hands on okay, let me say it like this first. My previous thought process was to get Kiki Rice in this position, right? She can be our Veronica Burton type of player, right? Someone that can play the 1, somebody that can play the 2, defend, that has size, that can get after it, right? And of course, she's local. Y'all know me. Anything local, right? But when it comes to how she has played this season, I think we can still acquire her services, right? But I believe that we may be able to sneak around and get her in the second round, just based on how her early production and how her season has been going so far, right? But if she does turn around later on throughout this season at UCLA, hey, let's go ahead and get her in the first round. But if we can sneak it and get her in the second round, I think that's the move to make by far. But let's jump back to this number 9 draft pick, right? Let's go with Sierra Williams out of UConn. She's a transfer. She's trying to get her, get her motion going, right? When it comes to UConn. UConn is a juggernaut. They out there killing. But when I saw what she was able to do last year, oh my gosh. Before she transferred in, she was a killer. She was able to do it all, right? Have her come off of the bench that can play either the forward or the center position. I think that's a good pickup, right? Can rebound, she's tough. She can get a bucket. I think that's a good one. So now let's spring forward, right? Let's spring forward because we still got some more draft picks. We got the number 11 pick, right? If we're still able to get Kiki in the second round, this is going to be a great pickup for us. Out of Ole Miss, Cody McMahon. Yeah. She's tough. She's another combo player, but a combo that can play either the guard position or the forward position. We've had individuals that can play dual forward positions, but we haven't really had a player with the Washington Mystics that can play a combo of either a guard or a forward, right? So I think that she will be a great addition to a team. What's up, Summer Breeze? We appreciate you always tuning in. For real. All right, so second round, yeah, let's go with Kiki Rice in the second round, right? That's 4 draft picks already. Quality ball players. But with this happening, with us having so many draft picks to pull from this season, this coming draft, guess what? That means some of the players that we're used to seeing might not be back with us. But, that's still to be determined. We still got an off season to go. So yeah, let's see what happens. So I think that going forward, we got a real good chance to really, really, really turn this thing around in Washington, because we started off so smoking hot last season, but it didn't quite turn out that way, right? It didn't quite go in that same trajectory. Things didn't quite go as according to what we thought the plan was going to be, right? So we kind of faltered down the stretch, but that also came with trading Brittany Sykes that allowed us to get another draft pick. So I think it's uber important. I think it's super important that we hit these draft picks again, get them out running, ready to go, and we'll see what happens. So again, the Washington Mystics ended up getting the 4th pick in the lottery, and we wanted the number 1 pick, because I'm sure the way that Azzi Fudd has been playing in Connecticut, she is certified gonna be the number 1 pick. On top of she has somebody pulling for her down in Dallas, right? So that page buckets, you know, might make sure that she's on the team. So I really believe that she's gonna be drafted number 1. Then number 2, with the second pick, I'm looking for Minnesota, right? To go big, right? I think that they're going to either draft our Fawn out of Spain, super fast, 6'6". I'm sorry, 6'5", 19-year-old that plays the forward position. I think that will be a great pickup for them, right? And then with the third pick, you have the Seattle Storm, right? Seattle Storm, go ahead and get Lauren Betts. Yeah, go ahead and get Lauren Betts. Get younger at your center position, and that comes back to us with the number 4 pick. So a lot of people want Olivia Miles, but she is a phenomenon when it comes to the offensive end, but she is a liability when it comes to the defensive end. So with that being said, I'm gonna say that's a no-go. That's a no-go. The way that Coach Sidney Johnson has this team running and gunning, but playing defense first, she's not gonna fit the mold for this team. She's gonna be able to set up some buckets, get some threes, but to be a turnstile on defense, that's a no-go. That's a no-go. So I would say, let's step away from that pick, and man, well maybe Jamila Wideman can swindle some more teams. Maybe we can trade that 4th pick and acquire something else. But I really think that we need to go after, again, Flau'jae Johnson out of LSU, because she's going to be something else, right? 22, she's out here killing. She's out here getting buckets, and she's improved her jump shot. We already know she's a great defender. On top of she can get a bucket easy going downhill. All right. So that's really what we need, because we have a defender that can shoot a 3-and-D shooter player in Sony Citron. But if we get another dynamic player that can get that ball and run it and go, I think she the one. All right. Now, let's see here. Yeah, so that's our pre-look into this lottery and this draft, because we got a long collegiate season to go. We got a long way to go. So things might change, God forbid any injuries occur. But yeah, we're gonna see what happens. All right, folks. We out of here. This your host Delano. Make sure that y'all lock in with us. Make sure that you go ahead and save us, and make sure that you follow us, right, on all of our social media. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Help us get to 200 people on our fan-wide podcast. Yeah. No injuries, no lockout. I agree 100%. So probably tomorrow, Uncle Weeds, we're going to talk about the CBA, how it impacts everything. Because until they get that CBA moving, this season is not going in any direction. There ain't going to be no draft. There ain't going to be no nothing. Nothing. Now it will. Appreciate you. Said I'm spitting facts. Hey, I'm just saying, I'm just calling it like I see it. I'm glad you tuned in. Make sure, if you're not already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. For real. All right. So, folks, forced entry. Oh, yeah, I got a birthday coming. I got a birthday in a couple days. So, I appreciate all the happy birthdays. For real. Got a few more days. They coming. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. And we're going to be right back at y'all real soon. Salute. Gone.